This is KGW News at noon.
Today, Oregon health officials are discussing the state's long-term indoor mask mandate. Hello, everyone. I'm Brenda Braxton. Now, the hearing is still going on. It started at 10 o'clock this morning. The new mandate would make the rule permanent, but that doesn't mean that you'll have to wear a mask and cover up forever. In this case, permanent is a legal definition. It means there's no built-in expiration date. Under current Oregon law, the mask mandate has a 180-day shelf life. It can't be extended, and it is set to expire early next month, right after Omicron is expected to peak. Most folks who testified today were against the new proposal.
I think there's a real issue with imposing this mandate and not letting people decide for themselves.
If adopted, health officials can still lift that permanent mask rule. They also told KGW they plan to do so when it becomes safe. The Oregon Health Authority will be taking public comment through this coming Monday. If you'd like more information on the decision, head to kgw.com. Well, millions of Americans are ordering free at-home COVID tests from a government website the Biden administration set up. Most say it's been easy, but there have been a few complaints. A small percentage were not able to place an order because the website confused their home address with a business address, or it didn't distinguish individual apartments and only allowed 4 tests for an entire complex. We spoke to one woman who said the website flagged her as already having ordered the tests, even though she hadn't.
We should have the best and the brightest working on all of this, and it's a big country too. There's lots. So maybe it seems like they would have said it's crashed or something. I think I would have been better if it crashed, but just this fear of the unknown is kind of disheartening.
We also heard about a fake email supposedly confirming your order and asking for your credit card information. It looks like it came from the post office, but it didn't. Just a reminder, these tests are free. You don't have to pay to order them or have them delivered. The state of Washington also planning to offer residents free at-home COVID testing. This program, though, is separate from the federal plan. In a few days, the State Department of Health will launch a web portal. There are 350,000 kits in the initial giveaway, and individuals can order 4 to 5 tests each. There's also an effort to expand access to the more accurate PCR tests performed by healthcare workers. According to OHSU, it closed operations at the Portland Expo Center this week to allow the state to take over the site on Monday. The Oregonian reports once that happens, the site will be open 7 days a week instead of 5, and it will offer more tests per day. OHSU will then open 2 new community test sites, one up on Markham Hill and the other at its South Waterfront campus. Both locations will be appointment only. OHSU says the expansion will provide about 1,100 more tests to the public every week. Well, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled the president's vaccine mandate for large businesses was an overreach. Now individual businesses will set the rules for their own employees. Starbucks says it will no longer require workers to get vaccinated. Neither will General Electric. But other companies, including Tyson Foods, say they will keep their vaccination mandates in place. Recently, we've also heard from local high schoolers who say they're really not very comfortable learning in person right now because of Omicron. The Portland students say they're upset with PPS for the way it handled several school closures this month. We spoke to 2 kids at McDaniel High School. They say some of their classmates don't wear masks and others come to school sick.
I see multiple with their masks down, multiple wearing the cloth things that you wear when you ski that don't really do much.
It's bad. I'm home right now because I have a sore throat, but I'm also home right now just because I feel safer.
A PPS spokesperson told us the decision to close schools at the beginning of the month was due to the number of COVID cases among students and staff. Well, Portland Public Schools scrapped a plan to put one of the city's safe rest villages in Northeast Portland. During a school board meeting yesterday, members voted not to use the former Whitaker School for homeless campers. The school closed back in 2005 because of environmental hazards, including high levels of radon. It was eventually demolished. Portland is planning to build 6 safe rest villages, but so far it's only announced locations for 3 of those sites. We are getting a look at a new team of Portland police officers specially trained to help end gun violence in the city. We're talking about the Focused Intervention Team, or FIT for short. It's made up of 12 officers and 2 sergeants. They just wrapped up more than 60 hours of specialized training. FIT basically replaces the gun violence reduction team that disbanded a couple of years ago for a number of reasons, including allegations of racial profiling. To prevent situations like that in the future, FIT will work with a community oversight group.
This is a great day for us. It's been a long time in the making. It's taken a while, but we wanted to get this right. We've got great officers here behind me who are coming back to do this dangerous and tough work in the city. What we've experienced the last year and a half or so with homicides and shootings has been really, really tough on everyone. And we're glad we can now field this team to address some of the gun violence in our city.
Chief Lavelle says ending gun violence will take time and a lot of relationship building, but he says he's confident this new team will make a difference. Well, there's some huge news for the world's smallest park. Mill Ends Park sits right in the middle of Nadeau Parkway in Portland, but it now has a new location. The park was removed while the city worked to improve Nadeau, but now it's been reinstalled a full 6 inches west of its previous spot. Look at them, they're just kneeling down. It's so tiny. The park got a new design, including a clover leaf border. There's also an official sign, so you can't miss it. The Parks Bureau says it does plan to have the world's smallest ribbon cutting at the park sometime soon. I don't know, maybe the park's getting a little sunshine. I saw some out the window of the station. How are we looking today, Rod?
The park needs at least a little gnome or something, don't we think?
Oh, yeah, that would be good.
To answer your question, here's the Rose City camera. I do have some breaking weather news. There's still a shower chance, but the biggest story right now is we're opening up some nice sunshine, and we are currently out at the airport. 58 degrees. That is a new record for today's date, breaking the old record high, which was 56, last reached back in 1961. Will we get up to 60? I mean, it's 12:07 in the afternoon. It's certainly a possibility, you would have to think. Here is the radar. Most of the rain is now east of our region, and it's been mostly rain up in the Cascades. Snow levels being slow to fall below 6,000 feet. Now, you could still see a spotty shower this afternoon, but most of today's rain is clearly over. We have currently clouds over Uquinta Bay, our live camera in Newport, 48 degrees there. A little bit of sun over the Dundee Hills. That's Domain Serene Winery. Temperatures are generally in the 50s across the region, and with us at 58 right now, still at least mid-50s at 4 o'clock, 49 at 8 p.m. By the time we get through mid-evening, I think the rain chance completely ends. We'll have the latest on your dry weekend and a pretty dry looking 7-day forecast. That's coming up too.